Hey, I got some heat for y'all in this video. Google partnerships with Coinbase. What does that mean for Web 3.0? Inflation is still running hot. Is your job security in trouble? Binance still supporting Elon buying Twitter, but how much guacamole are they spending? The SEC, they back at it again. Who on the hit list now? We also gonna look at some Bitcoin, ETH, AVAE, Cardano charts. Hey, lock in with your boy. Let's go. Hey, you know what it is, man. It's your boy WallStShooter, and I'm checking in for the gang. Hey, gang, we got a lot to cover. Before we do all that, for all my new crypto heads who have no idea how to crypto safely and correctly, check the link in the bio. I dropped the ebook. I'm giving you the sauce. I'm giving you the sauce to be the boss. I'm giving you the ebook. I'm giving you the video guide that goes over the ebook but gives you more content, and the MP3 player so you can go ahead and play that in your vehicle while you cruising the streets. How the crypto is available right now. If you go slide down in the description, you can go get that. Anyway, let's get into it. First things first, Google. Yeah, we all know who Google is, right? You know, owner of the YouTube and all that stuff. Google, hey, go Google this. Well, they partner up with none other than North America's larger exchange and one of my 4 trusted exchanges. If you're looking in the ebook, Coinbase. Yeah, Coinbase. Google selected Coinbase to take cloud payments with their cryptocurrencies. This happened on Tuesday. Congratulations for all the parties involved. I know a lot of money is switching hands. A lot of infrastructure are probably built in now. That's awesome. Coming in 2023, Coinbase will start letting customers pay for cloud services with cryptocurrency. Now, it's only a certain amount of currencies, cryptocurrencies that will be able to be used. We'll cover that in a second. For all my stock people out there who is holding Coinbase, ticker symbol coin, on Tuesday of this week, you got an 8.4 increase on the price. Coinbase shares rose as much as 8.4 on Tuesday trading session. So if you're long, you went long on Coinbase on Tuesday, you made you some bread. They still down 70%, which is okay. PayPal, Block, formerly known as Square, fintech companies, they're down as well too. So it's not a big deal. But if you went long on Tuesday, you got a nice little bag up out of you. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody on them. Now, let's talk about it, right? So this is one of those deals where this is a chess move for Google. Why did I say it's a chess move, right? Why is this a chess move? Why are you saying that, Shooter? Because if you think about it, Google Cloud, right? Google Cloud services, they're not number one. Shocker. Newsflash. You would think Google Cloud services be number one. No. You know who's number one? Yeah, Jeffrey and them. Yeah, Big Dog. Amazon. AWS. AWS is the largest and front runner for cloud solutions. So what I'm thinking is that Google, knowing that majority of retail investors use Coinbase, they're looking like, hey, if we go ahead and partner up with them, being that Coinbase is one of Shooter's 4 trusted exchanges to use in his How to Crypto book, if we get, we partner up with them, then they'll start bringing some people over. Especially we allow them to use cryptocurrencies. We can use our cloud. They can buy our cloud, pay monthly. We get them incentives, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe that will, give us a little more momentum. And maybe we can pass up Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Because Amazon really ain't doing that with cryptocurrency right now. I mean, publicly. Maybe this might help us, get the jump start in our cloud services. So that's what they think. And they playing chess, right? You got $2 trillion $2 trillion market cap companies playing chess with one another. Google made the first shot. Let's see what happens. Let's see if Amazon step up and do something about it. Now I mentioned about Web3, right? Web3. There's that buzzword, right? Everyone's preparing for Web3. What is Web3? It's the next generation of the internet. Read, write, own, right? If you're familiar with those 3 terms, you have read only, you have write, and then you have ownership. That is what Web3 is. Web 1 was read only, right? I don't want to sit here and break this all down. Understand that Web 1.0 was read only. Web 2.0 was read and write. What does that mean, Shooter? That means developers were able to build on the existing platform and architecture of Web 2.0. What is Web 3.0? Read, write, and ownership. Ownership is very, very key for Web 3.0. I'll make another video breaking that all down. I actually got a understanding Web 3.0 ebook that I'm going to be dropping. It's going to be highly intensive with a lot of information. It's going to be crazy, but I digress. So Web 3.0 is definitely a buzzword for decentralized and the distributing of internet services. So seems like Google's starting to putting their toe into the water, because we got Meta, formerly known as Facebook, who changed their name to Metaverse, which is part of Web 3. You see where I'm going with these big corporations, these big tech companies. What I'm basically telling y'all, for the people that's sitting there, man, Metaverse, and when people say Metaverse ain't nothing and it's not going to be anything, it's just people playing video games, understand, Web 3 is the parent. The Metaverse is part of Web 3. NFTs is part of it. Cryptocurrency is part of it. Storage, security, peer-to-peer sharing. There's a lot of avenues, a lot of branches to that Web3 tree. A lot of big companies spending billions of dollars on infrastructure, starting the groundwork right now, building out their groundwork. Google is basically letting us know they starting to play with it. Keep that in mind. I'm not telling you to hold, buy, or sell Google stocks on anything that's connected to Web3, but keep your eyes open, right? Follow the big money, right? So I mentioned there will be a certain amount of cryptocurrencies. There's going to be Coinbase Commerce supports 10 currencies. That's including Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Dogecoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. And I also want to throw out there that Shiba Inu also falls under that Coinbase Commerce. So for those who out there, those who are holding those, congratulations, you'll be able to use that to pay for your cloud services via Google or via Coinbase on your Google subscriptions. I want to actually go over to this new article and talk more about the whole Web3. Again, Google has been secretive about its moves regarding Web3. But now with this partnership, a lot of that's starting to come out. So keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open on what Google is doing. It's very important. You may want to even look into the Ronin network as well as Axie Infinity. Those are two crypto projects that's built off of the Thor network, Ronin network. You definitely want to keep your eyes on that, because it seems like Google are going to be working with them. I don't have that as fact. It could be something that could come down later. Keep your eyes on that, man. Keep your eyes on that. What else we got? Oh, inflation. Inflation is still going crazy. So I kind of talked to you guys on Twitter and also on my Discord, even on IG as too, is that we're in a certain phase of the recession. Regardless if they're not saying it or not, inflation is running extremely hot. And I was talking about that the last two defense to kind of keep us afloat would be employment and also real estate. And at the end of the day, they will choose real estate over employment. What does that mean? That means your job could be in jeopardy. Your job security could be in trouble. Over 42,000 jobs or employees were let go thus far this year. And for my last video, if you referenced that, I talked about some of the major tech companies that had layoffs just last month and this month. We're talking Peloton, we're talking Amazon, we're talking Tesla, big list, big companies. Walmart, I know that's not a tech company, but Walmart did layoffs. Ford did layoffs. Anyways, I came across this article, Larry Summers. He is a former Treasury Secretary, and he's been talking about this recession since April of this year. He's been talking about inflation and unemployment since April this year. He was even talking about how we might need our unemployment need to boost up 6% for the next 5 years to fight inflation. What does that mean? Going back, they're not going to crash out on a real estate market. They're going to use the real estate market to keep us afloat. We are expendable as people that work in the workflows. Companies are going to let go people to save their books. It happens all the time, right? Well, I know you're thinking, well, people are going to be unemployed. They're going to print more money. They're not printing any more money. 60% of the United States dollar was printed since 2020 current date. They're not going to be printing out extensions. People are going to get employment, but they're not going to be giving you extensions. They're not going to be giving us boosters. They're not going to be coming out PPP loan. We already got so much. 60% of the American total market cap was printed in the last 3 years. So it's not happening, right? So I'm just putting y'all aware. Just even though they're not saying that the recession is definitely here, we're in a phase 4 of this. Be aware. If you coming to work late, you doing lackluster, you doing the bare minimum, your name could be on the chopping block because more corporations are going to be letting go employees. I don't want to see that happening to y'all. I don't want you in my comments like, shoot, I lost my job and it's your fault. No. Nah, champ. It's not my fault. How you perform on your job is how you perform on your job. What I'm telling you is that you need to know this information. So if you're not performing at the top, in the top 10% or top 20% in your department or in your corporation, you might want to flip the switch, might want to bring some value to yourself because they definitely going to be looking to cut back. It's just part of the game. It's part of economics. It's just what it is. They're not going to cut into real estate. When the black swan event of COVID happened, what kept us afloat? Real estate market. The real estate market took off even more when everybody thought the world was going to crash. People were still buying houses, right? It's going to be the same thing. Now, if real estate come down and unemployment spikes up, then we got a major problem. But I believe that the real estate market is going to continue to keep us afloat. The pricing, the selling may still come down a tad bit, but in my neighborhood and around me, they're building everything. They building everywhere from townhomes, apartments, houses, hey man, they're building. Even with the price of lumber being high, they are building. So again, I don't see real estate really getting affected by this. If anything, it's going to be dependent on the prices may continue to go up. So keep an eye on that, man. But Larry Summers was definitely talking about that. And we just had a 0.75 increase on inflation. Inflation went up 0.4%. We up there, man. Don't be surprised if we see the 10% inflation. Just putting that out there. I'm not putting it out there to be like, oh, I told you guys, or I'm first. Just, something to keep your eyes on. Let's see. Binance. We all familiar with Binance. Another one of my top 4 trusted exchanges. And remember, when I say trusted, I still mean don't trust them. The only way that you can have your cryptocurrency is putting it on what? A ledger. That's who should be that. When I mean trusted, I mean they have liquidation, they have the notoriety and everything. I know what you're thinking. Shooter, they just got hacked. Yeah, I know. Right? Hopefully, if you had money on Binance and you have a ledger, you was able to put your money on the ledger. Hopefully, if it did get hacked, for those who are listening, you were not affected. If you were affected, I am very sorry to hear that. I do want to put out there and say, don't give up on cryptocurrency. Just buy your ledger, protect your bags. Anyways, Binance is still supporting Elon Musk buying Twitter, which the original price tag was 44 billion. B with a B, 44 billion. So Binance, CZ, who is the CEO of Binance, they are still going to be putting in money with the 𝐾𝐨 group. They're putting in about $500 million. That's what they agreed upon when they first broke loose. So that's how much money they're going to be spending for Twitter. If you're familiar with 𝐾𝐨, for the 𝐾𝐨 Capital, they're not new to dealing with Elon. PayPal Mafia, you know where Elon come from. 𝐾𝐨 was definitely part of that, as well as when they're also involved in the eBay purchasing of PayPal as well too for 1.5 billion. So not surprised there. Seems like everything's still a go. Seems like Twitter is definitely still going to get purchased by Elon. I know I read an article where Elon was talking about making a X social media. I don't know if he's going to take Twitter and call it X, but he's talking about a decentralized version of Twitter. I don't know if that's going to be the actual architecture of Twitter, what it is now, and changing it and making it more decentralized, or taking that framework and pushing it over to a blockchain and calling it X. Still doing some research on that. It's pretty interesting concept. He's really big on freedom of speech, and the best way to get freedom of speech is going on a blockchain. Be decentralized, getting away from centralized networks where you got privacy issues and all that type of stuff. So it kind of makes sense. Elon's big on that. We'll see how this unfolds. I hope the purchase go through because I want to see what Twitter turns into. I'm a big user of Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, it's Wall Street Shooter. That's all my socials. The links in the bio as well too. But I'm very curious on what Elon is going to do moving forward with Twitter, and I hope he actually does purchase Twitter. That'd be dope. SEC. Hey, these boys do not play no games, and they are on the heads of BAYC. Yeah. Borden 8 Yacht Club is being investigated for possibly securities. Basically they're trying to hit them just like they're trying to get XRP. They're trying to say the sales of several NFT marketplaces on OpenSea, with all the hype and everything, is edible that these NFTs were actually securities and could be a security fraud for the collections. I don't know. They said a few of the NFTs sold by Yoga Labs are similar to securities and whether they should follow the same rules. I don't know if they got enough, man. I think they just bored at this point. I mean, they've mentioned that they was trying to come after ETH. They already on XRP. I mean, it seems like every other day the SEC is trying to investigate on some cryptocurrency. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what will come from that. I don't think we're gonna get anything from it. I mean, anyone's from that announcement. Board BAYC did take a hit, but I mean the whole market is down too. So is it really a big hit? I don't know, man. We'll see, man. I think the SEC just reaching a board right now. Something that I did mention. Did y'all see what Kanye West, JP Morgan got away, pretty much closed his account because of his White Lives Matter shirt that he wore? What do y'all think about what's going to happen with Yeezy, with the banks and everything? You think he might jump into this whole decentralized realm? I don't know. Kind of interesting for them to sever their ties with Yeezy wearing that shirt. I mean, I totally understand where it comes from. I understand why they did it. But was it valid? Is where I'm getting at, right? Was it valid in the sense to break off a partnership, or do you guys think they overreact and just trying to be the first? You know, because once you do stuff like that, I mean, I don't know what he really did that warrant that. And when I say that, I mean I understand what he shouldn't have done was wear that shirt, but I don't understand why the bank decided to sever their ties, right? Like, people have done way worse. You lost endorsements or whatever the case may be. I just don't understand what's their play on that move. I want more information. That's basically what I'm saying. Okay, so that's some news, man. Little stock news, little economy news, some crypto news, and everything, man. I just want to kind of run through y'all and make sure y'all tapped in on what's going around, because it's very important to know what's going around. What's our social climate right now, right? What's the economic climate? What is the market sentiment? What is going around? There's still a war going on with Ukraine and Russia. All these matters and all these catalysts affects our investments as traders or in long-term investors, if it's in the stocks or you're in crypto. This will continue to put pressure on price action and continue to push us to the bottom. Now, theoretically, by definition, we're in a bear market. We're also down 60, 70, 80% on a lot of these cryptocurrencies. We're at a bottom, but we're not at the bottom. We're definitely at the bottom, but we're not at the bottom. I don't know. I can't predict the bottom. No one can predict the bottom. If they say they can, run away, because they're liars. But we're definitely at a bottom. It may not be the bottom, but we're at the bottom for sure. Believe that. Oh, speaking of, so let's look at some cryptocurrencies, man. Let me pull it up for y'all. Let's see what we looking like. Crypto bubbles. Red, baby. Hey, QNT's been going crazy over the last, I want to say, 2 months. H bar still holding the green. This is actually my portfolio right here. As you can see, I only have 2 green beans. I only got 2 green beans and a lot of red going on, man. But that's the whole purpose of having a diversified portfolio. So H bar is up 12%. QNT is up 16%. We'll take a look at both of those charts. Bitcoin still down 68% on the year. Ethereum down 65% on the year. Bitcoin actually hit 18,000 today, early in the morning. ETH, we had 1100 ETH as well too. But we'll look at those charts, man. I just want to give you a quick glance. We still red over the year. Besides Sandbox being up 4%, it was up 5% on Monday, so they dropped a little bit as well. I still see value over here, right? We still got discounts going on. We still rolling back prices like Walmart. Worth looking into. If there's a cryptocurrency that you want to add to your portfolio, there might be the time to kind of look at it. I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold, but hey, when things are on discount, sometimes you got to strike while the iron's hot, you dig? So, and if there's projects that you haven't and you want to add a little bit more, remember, times like this in a bear market, you should be dollar cost averaging into plays. Dollar cost averaging into plays. Do not throw your whole whop. If you're buying cryptocurrency or stocks and you want to continue to add that to your portfolio, you need to be dollar cost averaging into the play, right? Dollar cost averaging into the play. I repeat, DC. Hey, baby, all the way into play. Do not throw the whole, don't throw the whole budget at it right now, because guess what? If you throw the whole budget right now, we drop 20% more on Bitcoin, you're going to be down 20% on the money that you put in. You feel what I'm saying? So you want to kind of break it down. I got videos on how to dollar cost average correctly. Go check those videos out for sure. Let's look at some charts. Speaking of Ethy, we on the daily chart, and this is TradingView. I have no partnership with TradingView, and I don't even pay for it. This is the free version. So you might see some pop-ups. I'm not selling you to use TradingView. I like using TradingView when I'm serving crypto. When talking about crypto, for me, when I do stocks, I use Thinkorswim at TD by TD Ameritrade. But anyway, this is my setup for TradingView. When we're talking crypto and we're looking at ETH on the daily chart, as you can see, I have this nice pennant. That formed. We had a breakout on the daily. Remember, I said ETH hit $1,100. Actually, it hit $1,188 on today. This candle has not filled. We have a straight wick. This is an inverted hammer. Do we have more downside? If you watched my last video, crazy thing about it is that I talked about 20%. This green zone right here equals a buying zone for me. Remember, I'm dollar cost averaging, right? I'm dollar cost averaging. I actually bought some ETH today when it hit 1,100 because I just was happening to be up. And I'm also running a short play through _coin on them. And I said, you know what? 1,100 ETH, I'm going to go ahead and add to my bag. So I bought into that. Now, that green zone that you see, that green zone is a previous demand zone, which fell in between between 1126 and 989. So I'm looking for that area for me to buy a whole coin. And if we break there, which is 21% from here to here, if we break that and dip into this next round, I'm buying off of here. That's how I'm dollar cost averaging. So I'm going to be keeping a close eye. I got some alerts set up with ETH to see if we're going to continue to move downward. Hopefully we break into this green zone. That's what I'm hoping for, right? And we can continue to look at the chart. These are my buying zones right here, right? 20%, another 20%. We break out of here and decline another 20%. I'm right there. What does that 20% look like? From 990 to roughly 790, right? That's a $200 off on that. I'm definitely gonna be loading the bags here. Then if it breaks another 20%, what that look like? 788 all the way down to 613. Now you think like, Shooter, like, are you sure? Are you sure that's going to drop in all three zones? Absolutely not. I'm looking at previous supply and demand zones. If I was to zoom all the way out and kind of fix this chart, I'm looking at previous supply and demand zones from previous years, from 2018, 2019. I know there's structure there. I know if we can hold current levels, we have a possibility of breaking into these zones. Is it a 100% gonna happen? Of course not. Again, I can't predict this. I'm just preparing myself. If it happens, I'm striking at these points. This is called dollar cost averaging. I have my buy zones. I know what I want ETH at, and if it hit, I'm buying, right? It's already on discount. I'm still buying small portions each week. But if it hit those zones, I'm buying whole coins. I'm buying whole coins. I have a budget set for ETH for this bear market. It hit those zones, I'm buying whole coins, right? That's how I'm dollar cost averaging. What's this big box right here? Well, if you watched the last video, and like I say, can ETH drop further? Hell, ETH can mess around and do a 200%er, and I'm going to dollar cost out the play. What is dollar cost out the play, shooter? The same way I dollar cost in, when this thing takes off and start going in this bull run, I'm going to be dollar cost averaging out. I'm going to be taking profits. The name of the game is buy low and sell high. But most important, we take profits. Taking profits does one major thing to you. It gives you confidence in your ability to be a trader or an investor. And it also gives you money so you can invest in other things, right? But it gives you that confidence to know that I am getting paid for my money that I'm putting in. When you put in your hard-earned money in, you're looking for a return. So you have to take profits to get a return, right? So that's what my ETH look. That's what ETH looking like. I'm super excited. I can't wait to see if it drops into these zones. I made these zones. I talk about these zones. Am I going to sit back and say, I told you so? I mean, I've been talking about it enough. If you follow me on Instagram, you follow me on Twitter, you know I've been an advocate before 900 to 800 ETH. It already happened once back here, and we loaded up the bags, and we took profits right here at 2,000 plus. And now we're retracing back because you know why? Because the way crypto moves is very volatile. 80% swings and can turn into 80% declines. You just got to keep that in mind. And you got to be always prepared. So I'm just going to dollar cost average right into these zones. Hell, if ETH want to go down to $85 like when COVID hit, I'm there for it. I'm going to be picking up major ETH because after it hit $85, it went up to damn near 5,000 a coin. So I'm going to be right there picking it up. Bitcoin, same thing, man. Same thing, just a different chart. Bitcoin broke out of its flag pattern. Oops, sorry about that. Let's not lock that. There we go. Let's do it like that. Bitcoin broke out of its flag pattern, but it's pulling back towards that. Let's see if it holds. It's currently in a previous demand zone from 2020. It got to a low of $18,246 per coin for Thursday. You know, the crypto market's 24 hours, so we're already looking at Friday based on GMT time. So it's pulling back, testing this. If it fails, we can see we can start pushing down into this 16, this 17. I'm actually impressed with crypto the last couple of weeks. It's been holding pretty well while the stock market is being slaughtered. Crypto's been holding pretty well. Now, like I said, we did break that pattern. We are pushing against this trend right now. We are squeezing. Do I still think there's more room for Bitcoin to go? Absolutely. We have the supply zone up here. We haven't tested that supply zone. I think if we even get a pump to the 22,000 range, we might reject that supply zone and start pushing further down. I mean, any direction, right? It can move any direction. We just got to be prepared. What am I doing with this? I'm dollar cost averaging. Here's my green zones. These are previous demand zones from like 2019 and 2020. If it hit these zones, I'm buying more. Am I buying whole coins? I'm not buying whole coins. I'm buying into Bitcoin. I like to put anywhere between $6,000 to $8,000 a year into Bitcoin. Damn, that sounds really familiar, shooter. Where did you get those numbers from? Well, if you have an IRA, the max contribution that you can put in is $6,000. I like to add $2,000 more in it at the end of the year, and I put anywhere between $6,000 to $8,000 in Bitcoin. I treat it like my IRA. I treat it like a retirement fund because I believe in Bitcoin. I know Bitcoin is going to probably be anywhere from $500,000 based off how many Bitcoin is going to be available when the halving happens and everything and such. I'm not trying to make you buy Bitcoin because I'm buying Bitcoin. I'm just putting it out there. Bitcoin is definitely digital gold. It has more value. It will have more value in gold and at some point. Gold right now is $11 trillion as far as market cap. Bitcoin is anywhere between 1 to 2, depending. I know it was over 2 when we hit the bull cycle. So it's probably roughly about in 9 billions to 1 trillion right now. But in the long term, because I'm never going to sell my Bitcoin, I want to accumulate more. I want to buy more Bitcoin, not just for me, but for my chilling. You feel me? That's for my family. That's the retirement fund. So when Bitcoin hit 500,000, that's their prediction that the analyst is talking about by 2030, 500,000 a coin. They even talking about Bitcoin hitting $1 million a coin. Is it too far-fetched to believe? I mean, it was at $4 back in 2012 and it got up to 70 grand. Yeah, that's 10 years. 10 years. If you would have bought it at $4 and held for 10 years. And some people are, they're rich. It's FUCK. So yeah, same OG. You know what I'm saying? Nothing new. That's what I'm doing with Bitcoin. Dollar cost averaging into the play, putting in a little at a time here and there. When it hits my zone, I'm putting in a little bit more than what I'm normally putting, right? I got a budget. I got automatic payment into Bitcoin on crypto.com and on Coinbase. So we go get this Bitcoin and this ETH. And then I take it and I store it on one of the on one of my ledger wallets, because I don't keep those big bags on the exchange. Remember, not your keys, not your crypto. Not your keys, not your crypto. Let's look into QNT. Quan been going crazy. Up 297% since this bottom back in June 14th. Up 290. I'm gonna call it 300. Up 300. What does that mean? If you would have put $1,000 back in June 14 and current price right now, that means you are up 3 grand. Easy day. Easy day. That's what that means. Being up 300%. Incredible. With a net gross of 4 grand, because you put in 1,000, you made 3,000. That's 400 net profit. Yeah, whatever. You know, you're up $3,000 in your returns in your investment. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let me make this chart. Let me fit that. There we go. Now we just kind of circled out. Again, Quan's been going crazy ever since this point here, up 300%. And I mean, based off of, if we look at these indicators, these are at my SMAs. The 100 just crossed over to 200. We could double top and come back down and retest this 40. I don't know. Regardless, it's a good project. I'm holding in my portfolio. Healthcare. Their whole ideal is securing data in healthcare. We know when Web3 hit healthcare, there's going to be a change on record keeping. It has to be. It has to be when it comes to Web3. The way that they control records and data in healthcare is like, it's like they stuck in Web 1.0 for some reason. We'll see. But that's their play. They want to secure the data, provide storage for medical records and etc. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it for sure. H-bar is still trading sideways in between 7 cent and 5 cent. It popped about 8-9 cent a couple of days ago. I'm still buying H-bar. H-bar chart. Like when it's crab walking, man, you just got to be very careful, man, because this thing bottom can fall out. The best way to protect your portfolio, man, or even just buying in, is dollar cost average, man. If you want to have H-bar in your portfolio, don't throw the whole whop in it right now. Put a little bit in at a time, and just wait. See if we bounce up out of this channel. See if we get down into the 4 cent range. You know, set 10% rule, 20% rule. Mine's is 20%. If it drops 20%, I'm putting in 20%. You know what I'm saying? So, I know what you think. Shooter, what if it bounces up 20%? Well, dollar cost in. Just be patient. That's basically what you need to do. Just be patient. Be a patient trader. Be a patient investor, man. These prices will be available at a cheaper price, but ultimately we're at cheaper prices right now. So if this thing do move up 20%, okay, so instead of it being 60% down on a year, it's just down on a year on 20%. Just don't throw the whole whop at it. If it goes 20% up and you throw the whole whop on it, think it's going to keep rising, and then the bottom fall out of it, you're going to be sick to your face. You know what I'm saying? Just be smart, man. Take your time. Be patient. Be patient. What else? Sheep is catching hands. Decent day yesterday. Still trading sideways. Still stuck anywhere between 𝐸14 and 𝐸10. I'm not buying any more sheep. I have enough sheep. For me personally, I'm holding on to my sheep, holding on to the little doge that I have, because I know once the FOMO kick back in, people are going to be running to buy sheep because it's hella cheap. And there's whales that got big bucks. I think I showed you guys from a previous video that whales are still buying sheep. So the whales are definitely backing sheep. And again, your buddy's going to be hitting you up. Hey man, you need to buy that sheep. Look, if you already got it in the bear market, you know, you already set. Everyone's going to be buying it in the bull market because it's hella cheap. And they're going to think it's going to hit $1 in the bull market, which it could. I'm not saying it can't, but it could. But it's going to take a lot. So everybody think they're going to be millionaires and billionaires off top. And for us who's already been sitting on some WAP, we're going to be good to go. We're just going to let the bag run up. It's another crypto that I want to show to you guys. Besides XRP, XRP broke out of the bull flag, and it looked like we're retracing back towards the bull flag. If I can extend this out, we're definitely retracing back into the bull flag. I definitely took profits at 54 cents, so I'm looking for this to come all the way back down. It had a decent run. There's been a lot of attention about timeline on when this SEC case could come to an end. The CEO XRP Ripple was talking about Ripple Lab, was talking about that he's predicting anywhere between Q1 and Q2 of next year that a decision will be made. I think that had a lot to do with the price being pumped. For me, I have a set goal of having over 10,000 XRP in my bag. I'm almost there. I'm going to be buying this stuff regardless because I know XRP is the truth, and the SEC been working with every other crypto out there, be trying to put the muzzle on them. And this is just me assuming, allegedly, XRP should be a top 2 crypto. Nothing against ETH. I own ETH. I've been owning ETH for a long time, but I bought ETH and XRP right around the same time in 2016. XRP should be up there, number 2. They just have way more utility, way more institution and corporation utility, and there's no reason why they're stuck on 7 besides this whole SEC case that opened up on them 2 years ago. I digress on that, right? There's no conspiracy theory. I think a lot of people I think they're in cahoots, really putting pressure. But the crazy thing about it is Ripple is still making deals overseas and will be the basic letter for CBDCs and stable coins. So they're getting crazy deals overseas. And the CEO even said, maybe even regardless of what this case outcome may bring, he may pick up Ripple from San Francisco and move overseas just on how he's been treated and his company been treated. Hey, I don't blame you, man. Get up out of there. Get up out of there real quick. A US-based Web3 payment service provider. Web3, there's that word again. I'm telling you, Web3, y'all need to tap in. Pay attention to Web3. Let's go back to the charts. Yeah, so those were the only charts that I wanted to look at. There's so many different projects, man. So many different projects. This is the opportunity for you to start building out your bags, cryptos that you want to have, cryptos that you've been looking to have in your bag. The time to start building up the current crypto bags that you have now. In my opinion, this is the time because everything is on sale. This is not me giving you financial advice. This is me putting things in perspective. At the end of the day, we're down on the year. So we're down on the year. There's discounts. If iPhone, Apple was on sale for 60, 70%, you guarantee you guys are going to run and go get 2. Jordans, Yeezys, any type of favorite shoe, you're going to go and run and go get you some. If Tesla was giving away, not giving away, but had a sale for 70% off on Teslas, you're going to purchase, you know what I'm saying? If this is something that you truly want, you're going to buy it if you can get it on discount. So that's all I'm saying, man. Look at it in that form. Be smart with your money. Millionaires is made in bear markets. Retail investors needs to start thinking like institutional investors and start looking at this as an opportunity to get into certain stocks and cryptos that you always want, instead of saying, oh my God, the world is falling. Now, even with the bear market and recession and unemployment may be spiking, be smart with your money. Don't sell your house. Don't sell your car. Don't take your last. Be smart. If you got some extra money, instead of buying something from Amazon that you don't really need, maybe you want to go ahead and invest that. Small little entries into the market pay dividends. right? You don't need $10,000, $20,000 about crypto just to get into the play. That's the beautiful thing about it. You don't need a lot of money to get into crypto to start investing. You can put $10, $15, $20. I know because in my Discord, we had challenges where we bought a crypto project every day for 1 month. And when that crypto popped, we were able to take profits together as a collective. So every little bit counts because all you need is that one. I've seen it. I've bought into Doge before Doge popped. I bought into SHIB before SHIB popped. I bought into 𝐻𝐸 before 𝐻𝐸 popped. You only need that one, right? And I know you like shooter, those are shit coins. I know. I've also made money on other small potential plays. What small potential plays I could be talking that could bring the graph. They're going to be big players in the Web3, Yala, AMP. Yeah, we can get, you know what, the next video, I'll talk about my portfolio breakdown and why I got into it. But I think I've been holding you guys for enough. Listen, be smart, stay locked in, check your surroundings of what's going on from the economy, wherever you guys are listening to me from. If you're listening to me, I got some people that's watching my videos in Japan. Konnichiwa. Pay attention what's going on around you, you know, in different countries. See what your economy looking like. If you got the extra money, let's be smart investors. Be smart investors. Millionaires are definitely made in bear markets. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. This is a time that you like, share, and comment. Remember, I reply back if you comment. Share my videos. Hit the bell if you want to get up on when I'm dropping videos. I try to drop videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of the week. I at least want to do it 3 times a week. So if I miss the day, that means I'm coming back with the double banger. You feel me? Anyways, grab my ebook. The link is in the bio below. How to Crypto teaches you how to crypto smartly, safely, and correct. Shows you my portfolio breakdown, how I'm looking at crypto, how I store my crypto, the resources I use to find crypto plays, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's some really good value for the price point. I'm also giving you a video guide where I sit there and break down each chapter, where I'm giving you more contents. If you don't know, I am a rambler. I like to talk. So therefore, I'm giving you some extra game from the ebook, and you can follow on the ebook and the video. And I'm giving you into MP3 form as well too, meaning if you're driving in a car, you working out, you want to just listen to your boy, you can turn the MP3 up. The link is in the bio. It's on Gumroad. Go ahead and cop that. And if you want to join the Discord and be part of the community, the link is in the bio as well too. Be part of like-minded traders. We trade stocks and crypto. We talk about metaverse, DeFi, stocks, options, long-term holds, dividends, and we talk about it all, man. It's all about investing. It's all about one team. There's no head to the table of my Discord. We all help each other out because at the end of the day, we want to make sure we are financially free and we can create generational wealth for our families. You dig? Anyway, man, it's your boy Wall Street Shooter, and this is not financial advice. Peace.